Hey everyone, Nick here with my review for Arrow Season 4, Episode 20, titled Genesis. Now, as you guys remember last week's review, I didn't really like the episode at all. I thought it was just really bland and just kind of nothing happened, like it was a really filler episode. But this week, I actually kind of liked the episode overall. I think that like there was enough in there that actually warranted having stuff in that episode. There was like good character moments, there was stuff that got resolved finally, the plot moved forward. We got to know a little bit more about Darhk's ultimate plan Genesis, which is the name of the episode. We got to see some more stuff with Diggle and his struggle against Andy, which actually comes to a head, but I'll talk about that a little later on. And we got some stuff with Thea, because in this episode Oliver went to Hub City to try and find a person that was referred to him by Constantine to help fight against Darhk and repel his dark magic, someone that could possibly train him. And a lot of people had speculated that maybe he was going to see the Question because he operates in Hub City, but that didn't really make too much sense to me because they specifically said it was a magical person that would have to help him out. So I kind of was speculating like who would this be, and once they introduced that character, it's actually a female character, and I first initially thought, oh, is this Zatanna? And then she kept talking. It didn't really seem like Zatanna, but they don't name her in the episode, I don't think. So I think she could also be Madame Xanadu, who's another character from the Justice League Dark comics and stuff like that, so that would be kind of interesting. And she helps Oliver understand that in order to beat Darhk, since he's using a dark magic type that's based upon fear and death, that he has to repel that with the light that's inside of him, and he has to kind of channel that to beat Darhk and get around his magic. So back in Star City, where Diggle is trying to protect his family, he goes after Andy. That doesn't really turn out well, and then Andy comes back after his family, and then Diggle is able to kind of go back on the offensive, and he ends up killing Andy, and that was a pretty bold move for the character and just the show in general. But I actually liked it a lot because it gave Diggle this kind of relief that he had. He just had this burden of Andy looming over his shoulder ever since he tried to rescue him and bring him back, and all the trials that he has gone through just to try and get Andy to be a human again, just to be his brother. But ultimately it ended with his death, and I think that was the right decision because Diggle really just had to get rid of him. I mean, he just wasn't his brother anymore. He had to move on from him. So that happened, and then obviously Darhk tries to attack the Team Arrow, and Oliver is there to save them, and he works. Like, the light power works actually against Darhk. And it turns out that this whole time that Thea has been gone on a vacation with the guy from the campaign, Alex, it turns out that Alex has been kind of lying to her this whole time, and he's been working with Darhk too, because Thea's in some type of under the dome type of thing, so it's like an artificial world, and that's where Darhk is going to go hide out after he unleashes Genesis, which is basically setting nukes off all over the world to destroy everything. So overall, pretty solid episode. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I actually liked most of the stuff that happened, and I wasn't really bored or anything. Like, there were a couple scenes that I was like, oh, okay, like, that's whatever, but overall, pretty interesting actually. It kept my attention, and I'm kind of looking forward to see what's going to happen in the next couple episodes here. But anyways, tell me your thoughts down in the comment section below if you enjoyed the episode, if you didn't, and if you're new to the channel and you liked the video, hit that subscribe button down there, like the video because it helps us out a lot. My name is Nick, and I will catch you guys next week.